very safe.
Yes.
That was a wonderful retrieve by Joe, an excellent switch by Albert, but he just happened to hit the ball out slightly.
Joe was very
Again,
nervous.
that's not a really good percentage shot at this point of the game when you're tired, but he knew he had to do something, so he took a chance. He almost got away with it. Okay. It's going to be interesting to find out after this game is over what it was that Steve Sandler actually said to Albert.
Did we ask him?
We'll do that afterwards, and whether or not Albert told him to bug off. That's the miss.
Now, I have the idea Joe is not making, or is not trying to make these spectacular shots that we all know he can make. He's playing a very conservative game, and he seems to feel as if he can out-volley him. He can keep the ball at him and out-volley him, and he doesn't want to take any chances.
You can only make a spectacular shot if your opponent allows you to put you in a position to make a spectacular shot. If your side of the equation isn't providing the circumstances for you to do that, Joe won't do it.
Right.
He'll take the course that, hey,
So he'll take the percentage shot. He will not
that's
go
what
after the,
precisely what he's doing. You see, and that's because the score is fairly close. He's still a little concerned about the 11-point tiebreaker, which is an innovation this year's tournament. He doesn't like it at all, and I don't blame him.
Well, I mean, anybody can beat anybody else for 11
No,
points.
because he wrote an article on the subject of the 11-point tiebreak. He says he should have endurance.
One of the spectators
The
said
match should
that
be a full 2 out of 3.
since Albert is
all
on the
games,
committee,
21
he might have been the one who made this seriously. That's what the talk is in the shop there.
I think that's correct, actually.
This is folly for Albert to try and volley. Absolute folly. Whoops. I don't know what Joe had in mind there.
I think he knows he's not making shots he normally makes. That's the way he looks.
Okay. That was an excellent shot. Notice what Joe's trying to do. He's trying to show Albert, by the way he returns the ball, that Albert is no threat at all.
Yeah, right.
He's just pushing the ball back, daring him to do that.
He seems almost idly contemptuous.
Albert senses too that when Joe does that number on him, that Joe is the dominant personality, and that feeds on him. He may make the first one, but Joe will come in and make sure he doesn't make the second one. Albert's going to have to do a lot more than just try and toss a little shot in. Okay. This is a wonderful, wonderful match because there is still a question mark as to what could happen. I think I know the outcome, but who knows? It's a wonderfully competitive match.
Danny, I appeal that, please. It was out. Don't let him win, man. Come on.
I think Maroney saw it out also. That's why he's asking the officials. Danny Maroney called it out. Well, this is one of those elements in the equation that I mentioned before. But remember, I also said when he gets upset, he plays better.
The right thing is to allow.
Let's see what happens.
The lineman to make the call. The lineman had said he wasn't sure, then the referee can overrule anybody. Once the call is made, it's a good ball.
No, that's not true. That's only if it's obvious, then the other decision takes place. But that was close enough to give him the advantage.
Absolutely. I know it was.
Okay, we're getting ready to play again. Let's see how Joe responds to this latest setback. Okay. See how he hit that ball? He would have had Albert down, but
Yeah, no problem
Maroney
whatsoever.
correctly called him the ball because it was in the line of his sight. And what have you here?
He took a point away.
No, he didn't. He said he's going to take a point away.
When is he going to do that? Next match?
This unfortunately is what's called baiting. They know Joe is volatile, and sometimes they put referees in there who they know don't like him. They know he'll get upset, and they think that they'll be able to throw him out of the game. Joe told me personally that he wasn't going to let those things bother him. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that magnificent? Albert made a great shot there. Typically in the past, Albert would plunge in headlong and try and make that shot. This time he ran in and he made the shot himself.
Play the game. You don't talk to me.
See, Joe is on a whole new tack. Never in his life did he say, I apologize. Don't think he meant it, but he's very smart and calculating now. He's going to try and put the crunch on this. There it is. Isn't that amazing? He's been upset 3 times in the match, and each time he's come back playing even harder and playing even better. That is extraordinary. And now at point game, with the momentum,